My name's Honorable Frank Ebikefe. I'm Special Assistant on Job Creation to His Excellency Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa. I think that's and I'm the chairman of DANFIS, which is Delta State Agricultural Neighborhood Farms Intervention Incentive Support Scheme, a scheme that was introduced by His Excellency in 2018. We've done the first edition and we're looking forward to the second edition by grace. You know, the first term, 2015-2019, my designation was SA Agriculture and attached to the Office of the Chief Job Creation Officer, specifically YAGEP, where we deal with agricultural, people we train. As an extension officer by profession, because I studied agriculture in the University of Science and Technology, and on the field as I'm moving to and fro Delta State, I found out that there was a lacuna between those farmers that don't benefit directly from government interventions through agriculture or the Job Creation Office. And I found out that these persons make up a good population, and I feel that we must carry them along. You know, His Excellency is carrying all along in agriculture as a strategic initiative to provide food security for Deltans, job creation, and to generate income. So I raised the memo to that effect, and by grace, His Excellency approved it. And on the 18th of October 2018, we were opportune to have the first edition, which took on 50 beneficiaries from our metropolis as a pilot. The scheme specifically is designed such that we try to capture farmers, those persons that have farm enterprise in their environment, their compound or in their neighborhood. Some people use empty plot of land to also do agricultural production. So we went round, got 50 of them, sent our team to inspect their establishments, and then we did our selection process. They were trained preliminary in refresher courses, and we gave them their incentives. For those of them in fisheries, we gave them things relating to fish feeds and surface tarpaulin tanks. Those of them in crop production, we gave them improved seedlings, planting materials, and also fertilizers. And those of them in poultry, we gave them beds. We gave them troughs and everything to encourage them. And then we brought in experts to give them, refresher training. We call it refresher training because most of these people have been engaged in agriculture over time, and they are experts in their own right. What we are only doing is to bring improved cultural practices that we want them to increase their production, so that they will work within their production possibility frontiers and increase their food production. Our objective is to ensure that they are all self-employed, encouraging them that what they are doing is indeed productive. Also, they generate revenue for themselves, fresh food for the society, and above all, His Excellency agricultural target was met by this initiative. And after then, we went on to the second edition, which we've been planning, and as we speak, is in an advanced stage. We've gone through economic planning. Presently, it's at the SSG en route His Excellency for consideration and approval. And this second edition has gone beyond Asaba Metropolis. We are now targeting 100 farmers across board. And February this year, before the COVID-19 came, we brought all interested neighborhood farmers to Asaba here in our office, and we had a very crucial meeting with them, because this time around we want to maximize inputs that will be given to them. And of a truth, the interaction, a roundtable interactive session, was very productive, and we were all ready to hit the ground running, but COVID-19 came and it was suspended. But we have resumed work, and I believe in no distant time we are going to call them and we are going to execute the second edition. After the first pilot edition, a lot of Deltans bombarded my phone, my office, that they want to be participants. And that's why we called the roundtable interactive meeting. A lot of them came here, after which we've been visiting them all through the COVID-19 period that work was suspended, we've been visiting their farms, because out of the abundance of your performance, the credibility of your farm, that indeed you are in business, because Okowa, as we all know, is against portfolio farmers. So we want farmers that are indeed practicing agriculture, not the one that say they are farming for me, because they don't farm for you. So we went around, we've been going around, even as we speak, we go to their farms, we inspect their farmstead, and then we interact with them, get to know their need assessment, such that if you are nominated, we already know what you require. So as we speak, out of the inspections, we are going to now select the 100 persons that will benefit from this second edition. But individually, it's kind of a subsistent agricultural initiative. A high point that we recorded after the first edition, I was amazed when a British lady came all the way to Nigeria and to my office, that she saw the neighborhood farming advertisement on the Facebook, and she's a gardener up there, so she wants to partner with us. We've gone a long way in that partnership, but in fact, at a point in time, she brought a lot of seedlings from the UK that she's going to send them to me, but due to the quarantine processes they said I should go and meet the Federal Ministry of Agriculture. I have to study, and the processes were too much. But that partnership tells us that we have an international product that we just have to sell. Having said that, as we speak, I am in partnership with the Niger Delta Development Commission, the NDDC. We had a robust meeting in Warri with the directors, and they have just acknowledged receipt of my letter of partnership, asking us to draw up our terms of reference in terms of partnership, of which I've spoken with the Chief Job Creation Officer, Professor Eric Ebo, and we are trying to co-opt the Ministry of Agriculture. Talking of Ministry of Agriculture, from the get-go, Ministry of Agriculture has been well involved in this program. The former commissioner and the present commissioner, Egbedi, has also been part of it. And we are looking forward to also partnering with the Sopadec. I also went to the office in Warri, of which I put in my request for partnership, and I'm waiting for the positive response by God's grace. All this partnership will, indeed give us more leverage to give the program more flesh. In terms of finance, we are also partnering with the microcredit scheme. Then when Mrs. Chimita Bello was there, she was also part of the program when we started. She even gave a fantastic presentation on the pilot scheme. We are converging these farmers 10-10-10 into cooperative societies, such that we can now approach some of these financial institutions to grant them loan, grant, or what have you. In terms of the CBN loan scheme that came up, yes, we encourage our cooperative societies to also apply through the Ministry of Agriculture. So finance, what we know is that as we are part of the incentive, we give them financial emoluments. Nothing too much for now, but we pray as the scheme increases, the amount of cash that will be given to them will also increase. But for now, it's a bit moderate as part of the incentives we give to them. We give them a little bit of cash stipends. I got a text message from one of our will-be participants telling me I'm a miracle, that I'm a visionary, in the sense that the COVID-19 came, restricted movement, and most people were now quarantined within their compounds. And for them that are into the neighborhood farming, it was an opportunity for them to blossom. So I think the COVID-19 has only told us that you don't really need to go out into the bush to get your farm done. You can get your farm in your compound. Your compound, in as much as you have a virgin land, your neighborhood, what you see most people they use unused land. I'm asking Deltans, if you have a land that you are not using, approach my office such that we can now dedicate one of our beneficiaries to use that land in production while you are thinking of what you want to do with your land. So the COVID only exposed us to that reality, that farmstead within our compound is very, very useful and should be encouraged. Talking of palliatives or whatever, I don't think it will, although there's going to be a rippling effect as regards cost in the marketplace, but for now, we are working within our budget provision. We've sent in our memo. By God's grace, when approved, we are still going to work within where we are. Everybody is constrained. Everybody will understand at this point in time that we are going to work within the limits of what we are doing. It is not over expensive as it stands. It is something that is within a micro level. We are still experimenting from the pilot to the first edition. As we grow on, by the time we are going to blossom, because we are planning to go through the whole 25 local government areas, we've taken the pilot, which is Asaba Metropolis, and we believe that we will go around the whole 25 local government area. As we go around, the numbers might increase, and then the incentives we are going to give will increase. I believe so. You know, Governor Okowa is not sentimental. It's you have to watch your salt. So you can see we are moving Asaba. We are going around. In terms of Patani local government area, the first edition that we did, I made good to ensure that we also brought in interested people from other local government areas, of which Patani, about 20 of them also participated. You know, basically in Patani local government area, it's a riverine area where we do a lot of fishing. A lot of fishing, and you can see that the program also accommodates fisheries, production, crop, animal husbandry. In Patani local government area, we are looking at how best we can use our waterways. Stop this militants, stop all the criminality in our waterways. We want to put it to agricultural use. You know, in school then, we studied how to use these water bodies. Yes, it's a big river, but we are going to do some demarcations and let the fish grow in their natural habitat, where the mesh size we are going to use is going to accommodate them and all what. It's a strategic agricultural improvement initiative, strategically, because we are going to be introducing new technologies from our higher institutions down to our farmers. My office is only acting as an extension officer, trying to transfer new improved technologies to our mundane, though productive, but let's see, why don't you add this initiative to make sure your production is improved. So Patani is going to benefit. After leaving the university, I worked in SPDC as an extension officer. That exposed me to a lot of our farmers in our oil production areas. So that experience is what I'm transferring practically down here, and that has made my work a lot more easier. The challenges we are seeing is that most of these farmers really indeed want government intervention, but they don't really know how to go about it. And that is where Okowa Strategic Initiative comes in. The Ministry of Agriculture, the Office of the Chief Job Creation Officer vis-a-vis the AGEP, and now the Neighborhood Farming Scheme. So that we're trying to enlighten them, bring them up to speed, and let them know that you can do better. Because a farmer that is working below his production possibility frontier is no benefit to himself or even the society. So when we interject with them, push their production up, the food production increases in Delta State, they generate revenue for themselves, and as you know, job is created because they are all self-employed. We are targeting civil servants, retirees. These are people that we are going to work with as time goes on. As I speak to you, I got an invitation from the new registrar of Osoro Polytechnic. She said I should come. She's trying to fix a meeting with me and the staffs so that we can encourage them to also go into neighborhood farming. It has been very encouraging, and I also want to use this opportunity to talk to my fellow politicians so that we will know that we bestow the responsibility on us to reach my office, get people 20, 30 from your own locality. Let's see how we can make them neighborhood farmers. The farm, yes, we have been giving people a lot of incentive here and there, but now let's specify in agriculture. I want you as a politician to take this responsibility, to partner with my office, and let's see how we can, create improved neighborhood farmers in our localities. I think with all this done, our challenges would have been 90% solved. The other 10%, I think as we go along, we are going to erase it, and we ensure that His Excellency intention is going to be carried home. Deltans, I want to let you know that the Delta State Agricultural Neighborhood Farm Intervention Incentive Support Scheme is a laudable initiative by His Excellency Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, targeted at those of you that have farms in your compound within your neighborhood. I want to assure you that this scheme is going to seek you out. If you are interested, if you know your establishment is viable, approach us. Let's work together. Let's make you a better farmer. And I believe a day will come when our own harvest of neighborhood farmers is going to compete directly and favorably with that of the Ministry of Agricultural Farmers or that of the job creation Yaget beneficiaries as well. So Deltans, the future is bright. I will let you know that feel free to come to my office. We are open. Idea rules the world. And any idea you have that will better this program, I will be so glad to welcome you. And be rest assured, any invitation, I will be right at your farm to inspect it and to make sure you are part of this scheme. And at this opportunity, we also want to thank His Excellency Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa for this opportunity to serve. Because being a politician, most people look at us that politicians are just politicians, but they don't know that most of us are coming into the political field with wealth of experience and we want to serve. Like I told you, I studied agriculture, I've been an extension officer with SPDC. Today I'm doing exactly that. So when people look at me and say, this is a politician, I'm shining my eye, but I'm shining it in the right way. So please join me and let's make agriculture work. Thank you.